Alright everybody, what's up? Carpo toke session. I know there's some people who say, alright on, I'll smoke a bowl with Carpo, and other people who say, oh dude, you're just wasted making videos or getting high and talking shit. Either way, don't matter. Here I am, making this video, smoking weed. Tacky perhaps, but it serves to make somewhat of a point in my video here, because this strain right here, Durban Poison, is a very well-known strain of cannabis. It's one of the last pure sativas left, and it was developed in the 70s. It was brought back from Durban, South Africa, and worked on by Ed Rosenthal and Mel Frank, some of the ganja forefathers. Worked this strain up to what it is today, and then I get a hold of the seeds and I grow some and give it to a friend, and the friend says, "This is awesome weed." I say, "Thanks, but I can't take the credit for it, because although I grew it, it's not my creation. I owe it to the people who grew it before me, and before them I owe it to nature for manufacturing the wonderful plant that it is." And this extends into everything. I was thinking about this the other day. It's something I'd never really pondered. The idea that everyone we revere today, who has done something fantastic, whether it's material or immaterial, let's say even some of the, let's take somebody like some sort of a disclosure or truth movement which has said, look at all these things we've disclosed and revealed. Of course, that's always due to a multitude of other people who have done research on the same subject, compiling that evidence. Whereas one person can never know the entirety or the whole. Now, an artist who renders a painting, he's creating something out of nothing with paint. You may say that's the most extreme version of somebody actually creating. However, they're using paints that took, thousands of years to find the right types of colors and ochre, and using different types of stone to create just the right colors. And then the paintbrushes, there's somebody who makes those paintbrushes for the artist, as well as the paper. And also the pattern that they use, or the style that they use, is often learned from others before them. See, I'm not saying that there aren't anybody, there's nobody exclusively doing brand new things. I'm saying that there is nothing new under the sun. Everything today that we think is so fantastic that people have invented, look at this amazing machine somebody invented, but every single component of that machine was devised by someone else trying to move us all forward, society. I mean, I don't have any illusions that all of science and invention was all done just to help humanity. A lot of it was done for recognition. But most of the people who have invented some of the most fantastic things, I believe, really had it in their hearts that they wanted to help humanity. And this is, of course, just based on my view, but it's very fascinating to me to consider that everything I have in my life was brought to me by the people before me who toiled. The example I was using a while back was my ability to speak what I want on the camera. I can sit here and I can talk about anything I want. And one thing that I can mention is I can talk about religion. And I can talk about the things I disagree with on religion. And people can retort and respond, yet there's nothing they can do to physically torture, maim, burn me on the cross like they could in the old times, which kept people from speaking out. So merely speaking out, the intangible idea of language, I owe that to the people before me who fought for the right to free speech, as well as I owe it to the people who invented the language that I use, and the people today who continue to improve upon it. They say there's no language for certain things. People who've done psychedelics understand that well. Sometimes they call it glossolalia. There's this weird kind of where everything just becomes this one, but these words are coming about as we move forward. As we learn new things, we create new language for it. And pretty soon we might not even need a language. We might just be able to sit and convey our thoughts through symbols and ideas. You know, who knows what language we could have. Crazy. It's a beautiful day at the neighborhood. Just remember to smile. Remember to be yourself. And all that bullshit too. Every day I go through multiple phases of thinking patterns, and you know, sometimes I sit back and realize that everything I have today was built on something greater. And we're building something greater out of these other greatnesses. And it's this all unfolding fractal pattern of life. It's a fantastic thing. I love it. I bid you adieu.